Well, joining us to talk about that via telephone, my old colleague, Kevin Brady of Texas, who serves as the chairman of the Joint Economic Committee. Mr. Chairman, back in the 70s, hey pal, we had a misery index where you took inflation and added unemployment to it. Tell us about this stress index for the working family.
Well, JD, thanks for having me, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. This is really, the White House, the Federal Reserve tells us, look, the economy's doing great, families are doing great, but in truth, they're not. And it's because while inflation overall has been low, the cost of food and fuel and medicine and college costs continue to go up. And because paychecks are stagnant, and they have been throughout this whole disappointing recovery, that's really increased the stress on working families. So this new index, which goes back 15 years, and it will be developed by the Bureau of Labor Statistics each month. So we'll be able to track just how stressful things are on working families. I think that'll help policymakers. JD, you've been one, on tax reform and regulation issues like that we've got to change course if we want to reduce the stress on these families and give them a light at the end of the tunnel.
What are some of the key components of this index that it measures?
We looked at paychecks over the last 15 years for working families. So we picked the income level and range that really represents working families in America and tracked just what's happening to their paychecks. Is it going up? Is it going down? Are they stagnant, which they've been for, unfortunately, too long? Then we tracked 4 key expenses for my family and yours, which is food, fuel, medicine, healthcare costs, and the cost of college tuition and fees, because all of those really are critical to families. And so it's pretty common sense.
Did anything surprise you?
Yeah, what surprised me the most, I think, is that even though the recession ended 5 years ago, the stress level on families is almost what it was then today. So while fuel has gone down a little recently, which has been very helpful, the stress level on families is nearly as high as it was during the financial crisis. And so it really explains why so many people feel like this recovery has left them behind.
KB, you mentioned that you're taking a look at statistics offered by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that government agency. Forgive me, but both during my days in Congress and now especially as a private citizen, when I see some of the statistics coming out from Washington, that peculiar way that the unemployment rate is now computed, where so many people, when they, quote, quit looking for work, they're taken out of the equation. Do you believe the BLS will be an honest broker with the numbers you need to set forth this realistic stress index? Got about a minute left.
Yeah, JD, great question. The answer is yes, because they're really laying out the data for us. It's how it's interpreted that you and I have had the biggest problem, in the sense that unemployment rate's gone down, but for all the wrong reasons. People are dropping out. Young people are still living with their parents. Minorities are they're just not welcome back in the workplace these days. And so, yeah, we actually think this is going to reveal more of the true economy for people.
Before we go, we know you're down there by Humboldt, Texas. Gas prices are coming way down. Did that factor into the equation? 20 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely does. It really helps. Boy, when cost of fuel goes down for families, it's hugely helpful. That's actually reduced a little of the stress on families, but they're still within striking range of the financial crisis. So, it's just tough. Here we're at Christmas time. It's tough on working families. Another reason why President Obama can't stay the course.
All right, fair enough. We'll have to leave it there. Congressman Kevin Brady, Republican of Texas, thanks for your time, and America's Forum continues after this.